Watched all the trailers.
Welcome back. Back by popular demand. We're talking about a half hour of bullshit. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Josh.
And yeah, you know the drill. You know, it's actually been, when this airs, which will be Friday, 1 year since we started the whole thing. We took a bit of a break there, a hiatus there, but boom.
We're back.
And we're back now. So getting those creative juices flowing, getting personal stuff taken care of. But you know what? We're back right now. And you know what we do on the show? We run down the upcoming horror films that are coming out this month. And then we throw some extra bullshit in there. So
because it's a half hour bullshit.
It's a half hour bullshit. So, speaking of a half hour bullshit and horror films, let's get into the list. Coming out this weekend. We got...
Let's come back to that one.
What?
That's the banger. Let's come back to it.
You want to push that back?
Come back to it.
All right. Sure
we're making this one the fourth one. It's the banger.
All right. So we'll come back to this one. I'm sure you guys already know what it is since this guy is doing that. We're going to start off, also coming out this weekend, is The Twin. After a horrible accident, one twin is killed, young boy, and the mother's kind of worried that this is going to have some kind of effect on the new twin, or the remaining twin. Josh, I'll let you kind of kick things off with his. What do you think? Twin, what's the...
This is one of those 50-50, could be good, could be okay.
Okay.
Probably not going to be bad, but could be. I don't know, it didn't strike me crazy or anything.
Did you finish the trailer?
Yeah, I watched...
See, that's a bad sign.
If I watch a whole trailer...
So I was saying, you watch the full trailer, it's like, oh, you can't be that excited about it.
Well, either that or I'm like, oh, I have to see every little image. It's one
or the other, right?
You know, but I didn't watch the whole thing and like, yeah. I watched the whole thing and was like, okay, well, I can say I did my obligatory...
There you go.
Duty.
Got it in there. So, just what strikes you? Like, what are the pros? What are the cons of this thing?
No, I didn't see any visual things that were striking at all. Like, I didn't see a whole lot of personality. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just being harsh and judgmental. But when I saw it, I was like, it's another one of those aesthetic films with like, wasn't there like maybe some cult?
Yeah, it looks like there may be. I don't get into that. Yeah,
seems
like it could be.
Okay, but none of this was striking in any way that's different.
Yeah.
From anything I've seen before. So, and not to be that guy, but like, there has to be something that you're offering that other people don't, and this didn't do that for me.
That's fair. Fair assessment. I guess for me, like you, this seemed like we've seen this movie numerous times before. It just seemed very generic. I think the twist will be, because in this trailer, they kind of make it look like maybe the twins trying to communicate back, or, you know, it's him. I'm like, I don't think it's going to be that way. I think that's going to be the red herring. You're going to think, or the mom's going to think the whole time, oh, it's my dead son, you know, the dead twin. And it's going to turn out being some kind of demon thing. Apparently, there are Americans that went to, I want to say Ireland, I could be completely wrong, but some kind of Celtic whatever. They're overseas. And so you're going to run into this kind of like folk horror, Wicker Man type.
Seems
yeah.
Like Midsummer meets,
exactly.
Hereditary.
Something like that. Yeah, absolutely. And so I feel like we're getting that vibe, but like you, I also felt like nothing really, they didn't show enough of that to get me excited. I think I would have seen more, and maybe that's by design. Maybe they are kind of holding back the good stuff, and they're just like, here's a bit.
I don't think they are.
You know, so
I don't think they're holding anything back. Because, like, you see pretty much at this point, you see everything in a trailer. Yeah. And this isn't a big enough movie that they can sell this on.
Well,
just a couple little things.
Maybe.
It doesn't look big to me.
Well, I feel like, I don't know, maybe.
I saw this trailer in theater. No, I didn't see it in theaters. I thought I did, though.
Well, it's gonna.
If I did, I forgot about it.
Yeah, it's hitting theaters, but it's also hitting Shudder, and I don't know if it's the same day release or not.
Ooh,
and that tells me that
trash.
Well, it tells me that they wouldn't have to throw everything in there, because I feel like if there's going to be a theatrical release, like a major one,
if it's on Shudder, Netflix didn't buy it.
But I feel like if it was going to be theatrical, they would try to push it more. Like, you got to see this. We got to make our money back. Here, it's like they're not worried about making money back because they already sold it. You know what I mean? So it's almost like.
Maybe, but you don't make that much money there.
Fair enough.
But they already made their. Isn't it, what was this an award winner or did it make the circuit? Was it just on the circuit?
Honestly, if it did, maybe, but I didn't hear much
I thought
buzz.
I saw a badge.
Could have been.
So maybe it made
a couple
of
laurels popped up on there, maybe. But honestly, beyond that, I didn't hear anything like buzzworthy anywhere else. It does have Teresa.
Tomei?
No. Damn it. She was in Lights Out. Teresa Palmer.
I saw that name pop up and I was like, is this your buzz?
That's right there. That's your hook. That's the hook right there.
It felt like a foreign film that wasn't foreign.
Well, I was positive American. I haven't looked into it, but I would almost guarantee it probably was a Irish or some kind of UK production or something like that. Yeah, that's honestly what I was thinking too. But yeah, I feel like this is one of those things where it's like it's on Shudder, so I can come across it a little quicker. Otherwise, so
I probably won't watch it.
Won't watch it. I'll like I said,
unless it's free on Hulu, which it won't be because it'll be on Shudder.
You can find it for free online.
I'm not gonna.
You're not.
I'm not gonna go out of my way to watch
it. But
I'm not gonna buy it, and I'm not gonna go out of my way to watch it.
So, like I said, one of those that if I come across it, I'll check it out, kind of thing. But beyond that, wasn't really pulling it for me. I'm not gonna lie. So
if Daniel watches it out of convenience, then eventually I will watch it out of my way if it's good.
Well, I'll say if I try to give you that seal of approval,
he'll probably say, "Hey, finally watched that movie you were curious about. It sucked."
Yeah, that's I don't even go into detail anymore. I just go, Josh, this is a Josh movie. Watch it, or not a Josh movie. You can avoid it. And that's usually how I pitch movies to him anymore. Because I don't have to sell him anymore. He knows.
So it either has to be a bad movie or it has to be really good.
Yeah, it has to be fucking solid. Mm-hmm. All right, so we're moving on now to the following week, Friday the 13th, bitch. Oh, I'm loving it. So what did we get released on Friday the 13th? Two basically same movies. Let's do the first one, though. It's Firestarter, remake of Stephen King's 1980-something movie, and it has the basic plot of it is a young girl discovers that she has the ability to start fire, and yeah, I'm gonna take the lead on this if you don't mind.
No, please
jump in there. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was not a fan of the original, and it's funny they're like based on the a remake, a retelling of the King masterpiece. I'm like, what? Come on! Like no one throws Firestarter on any short list of.
Well,
King
I think they're talking
things.
about the book.
Even then, you don't hear that very often either. It's like no, it's. One of those kind of middle of the road kind of, not bad, but just
it's one of my favorite stories from the outset. Never read a Stephen King book in my life.
Maybe not. To me, and like I said, I wasn't a big fan of it. The original was okay. I will say this, and I hate to be this guy because I try not to be this guy at all, but the book was better than the movie. Doesn't matter. Movie on itself. The only thing I really liked about the movie was, Drew Barrymore's performance as the little girl in the original, solid. Here, and to me, this always felt like it was always in the shadow of Carrie. Like, if I want to see a girl go crazy and fire erupt, I'm watching Carrie. Like, I'm sorry, Firestarter ain't going to do shit for me. But when I heard that they was going to remake this, I was like, awesome. Like, if there's a movie you need to remake, do something that wasn't that great to begin with. Remake something that you improve on. And then I heard Zac Efron's in it, and I was like, even better. Like, I don't care what anybody says. I'm a fan of Zac Efron. I think he's a decent actor. I think he's better than what his humble beginnings were. He definitely broke out that... So
here's the kicker.
But as I'm watching it now, it's just like this feels like a fucking superhero origin story, and I was
that's what it is.
Completely turned off by it.
Isn't that the book though? Sort of.
Nah, I mean, I guess it can be. Honestly, at this point, yeah, pretty much is.
That basically what
but
happened?
they don't. No, they don't. I don't know if I want to spoil the book for everybody or not, but
no, don't spoil anything outside of the movie.
So, but yeah. Anyways, but no, I mean, it really is. I mean, I guess if you like. Well, what happened 10 months later or, whatever, maybe she decides, like, I'll use my power for good and save the world, but it doesn't look like it's going that direction. It looks sleek, it looks nice, and this will fall under the same category as Twin. It's going to be on Peacock as well, and we have Peacock, so it's like, guess what? I feel like I'm not paying anything, even though I am paying a monthly subscription. I feel like I'm losing nothing. If I come across it, or I hear, and this goes for the 22, if I hear a good buzz, then I will be like, all right, fuck it, I'll check it out. But not going to probably kill myself to go see it. Although I think my girlfriend really wanted to see it. So if she watches it, I may sit down and watch it with her. And that goes for the Twin as well. But yeah, for me, I'm just kind of like, so.
Well, if I may, now that you've
Stole the thunder.
Now that you've winded yourself, I'm in the opposite field of Firestarter. I like the first Firestarter a lot, so much that I watched Firestarter 2.
Oh shit! There was a sequel. I never saw it.
Was not
okay. I knew there was a sequel. I forgot about that.
None of the same actors, I believe.
No.
And if there was one,
they were that D or F list celebrity who just shit.
If there was one,
I got nothing going on.
But you know what? This remake, I will go see. It will remind me a lot of Flatliners when it came out because I went and saw it.
Talk about the remake, right?
Yeah. And I really wanted to see it because I like the 80s versions, but these movies need to be updated because the effects are awful.
Yeah.
Firestarter really is...
It looks good. I will say that. You're right.
It's in need of a remake. I don't think anyone else is going to go and see this movie. I just don't feel like it has the Sarge Raw power. Zac Efron's not doing it.
No, you're right.
Anymore.
He's not a box office draw, for sure.
And then there's no one else in this movie that's... Once again, if there's someone in it, I've missed it.
He's older now. I think he's going to play the assassin that George C. Scott played in the first one. Kirkwood Smith, Red Foreman from That 70s Show.
Okay.
He's in it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Great catch. If it's the same type character, which I hope...
He would play that character great. Yeah.
Let's not ruin anything with that.
If he plays that character, he'd do good.
Cool. Great recasting. If you're going to do a sort of remake of the first movie, which it kind of looks like visually.
Yeah.
I think this girl looks like a little Drew Barrymore.
Definitely.
But we'll see if Zac Efron brings it. He detracts from it for me in this one just because if you'd have casted someone, which probably they didn't have the budget.
Yeah. If
they'd have casted someone bigger, this may have done better. I don't think it's going to make money.
No. Here's the thing. With Zac Efron, and even though I'm a fan, I wouldn't have cast him here because I think he's too much of a pretty boy in this role. I really think you should have went more... Go for the acting. Get a John Cusack or something like that vein.
What's wrong with casting Patrick Wilson? That's
another one. Exactly. No, I mean, that would be... Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Get someone
and he's a pretty guy.
Who has that... Well, he has more
older.
of that...
Zac Efron's not old enough.
I feel like with Patrick Wilson... You're right, good-looking guy, but he definitely has more of that everyman quality, whereas Zac Efron's he's straight up an Abercrombie and Fitch kind of, you know what I mean? He has that look to him, whereas, Patrick Wilson has that, I see a guy at Lowe's.
Did they...
I helped him load up his truck,
I can't remember if he's got a buzzed haircut, though.
It's shorter in this one, yeah.
That helps. I feel like...
He's got some facial hair going on.
He's got the really good-looking hair, hard.
You know what the movie I was really...
Hard to relate to.
Well, you know what was the movie I was really disappointed that just didn't do well? And not because I like the source material.
Can we imagine real quick Zac Efron with really good long hair? Wow.
Yeah. No, that's mesmerizing right there.
Moving on.
Baywatch. It has The Rock. It has Zac Efron.
Should have had long hair. If he had long hair.
And it's just bouncing. Dude, it would have blocked
off. Quote me, if Zac Efron would have had long hair and if we get Baywatch 2, Zac Efron grows out his hair, we will have a smash success, I bet.
Blockbuster bonanzas, buddy. I mean, we're talking
record. We put The Rock in a long, luscious wig that actually looks good. What's up? Let's make money, people.
I'm there.
Baywatch 2.
Take mine. I'm there.
Longer, harder, faster. That'll be the name.
That's it right there. So Firestar, you're yay. I'm kind of in the middle.
No, it'd be longer, harder, slower.
Yeah,
because
the slow motion run.
They'd advertise it as the slowest motion yet. I want to go see it. I will buy popcorn. I'll buy chocolate. I'll probably go see it by myself, and I'll probably be in a theater by myself.
Fair enough.
Because I don't predict success.
Yeah. The only thing I can think of is it may get that Friday 13th boost though.
Nah.
Typically, when horror films are released on Friday 13th, it gets a bud. I'm not saying it's going to be...
Yeah, but it's
not making the Batman
it's
money.
It's getting released in May.
It is getting... Well...
And that's not... It's just not... You're not... It's not getting released to be a blockbuster. Okay?
I never said blockbuster. I'm just saying...
It's not getting released to make big money. If the budget's small enough...
Okay, so here... Okay, do you think it'll... Without knowing the numbers, because I don't know them either, do you think it'll make more than...
$14 million its first weekend.
$14 million?
And that's good.
Yeah, I can't even argue there. Yeah, that's probably... Yeah, because it's coming out on Peacock too, and that's going to cut your money in half right there because everybody's going to be like...
But they've made their money, so maybe we'll get one. Maybe we'll get Firestarter 2 on Peacock regardless.
Yeah, there you go. So up next, we have The Innocence. We go over to Norway for this film, and this is like legit Norwegian too. Not the twin where it's clearly another country, but they're like, yeah, sell to the American audience. Basically, and this is kind of presented as like a fun coming of age movie where this young girl discovers that her and some other kids in the neighborhood have powers, but it will go deadly pretty quickly. No, it's your turn to go first. Go ahead. The Innocence. What did you think about this?
It's my turn.
It's your turn. I have an OCD. We have to go back and forth.
I was going to start with, I don't really care about this movie.
This one, okay. Fair enough.
I don't want to say it's because of the subtitles, but...
Now, if it had
it's never stopped me with a movie that was good.
I was like, you don't strike me as that guy who...
It's not that, it's just compounding. Compounding with, I just don't see anything. I don't see anything in it for me.
Yeah.
It seems like sort of chronically, but not as engaging. I think everything interesting is going to happen in the last 15 minutes, probably.
Slow burn kind of thing, and then it's going to explode at the end.
Could be wrong.
Yeah. No, you're probably right, honestly, about that. I think that's how it's going to go, too.
But it just doesn't do it for me.
Fair enough. I just love how it's coming out the same day as Firestarter, and they're just so similar in themes. It's just like... And again, it feels like superhero origin stories.
Well, it's not going to do well in America.
Oh, no. This is definitely more of a limited release over here, so yeah, no, it's definitely not.
So it doesn't matter.
For me...
This movie's already made its money, because it wasn't trying to.
We'll see what those Norway numbers bring in, For me personally, this seemed better than Firestarter for me. Now, with that said, I have the same problem as I have with Firestarter. Like you, I see this being a really slow burn, and then at the end, huge climax. I've been seeing that a lot lately. Like, I've been watching a lot of, movies, it seems like every horror film that doesn't have a budget, that they have to rely on storytelling, which is nothing against that.
They save their budget the whole time.
Yeah, just for that
in
bit.
5 minutes, it's like, wow.
Because it's like, shit, throw that 10 grand up there real quick. And
dude, we saved all this money. What are we going to do?
And I just feel like that's the thing I see here. The other thing is, you mentioned Chronicle, and to me,
Chronicle really climaxes.
Oh, yeah, no.
Let's talk about... Were you going to say just a continuous thread of good storytelling?
No. But what I'll say
I don't think it's a slow burn. It's like a medium to...
No, it's not. No.
It's pretty good.
What I'm saying is, it reminds me of Brightburn. And the fact that, this...
I fell asleep during that movie.
So what Brightburn was to Superman, this will be to X-Men, where you're going to get all these kids who are going to form a little army, and then... Instead of being superheroes, though, they're just going to fucking rain terror and just start tearing ass through Norway and then eventually the world. And that's the vibe I got from watching this. Because, again, when you watch the trailer, it starts off kind of sweet. It's, lack of a better, it's like almost like a Stand By Me. This kid's like, every day it's again. And they're walking through the woods, and then the music just turns sinister, and it's like, oh, and they don't really show him really attacking adults till later in the trailer, but it's just like instantly there's like, these kids are evil. It's like, you didn't have to do that. You could have waited. We could have found out when they attacked that first person. But no, we're off the bat. As soon as you see that stick break via mind powers, the music goes dark.
Well, it makes you think what can happen, but then it's like, nothing's going to.
I disagree. I think it will.
If the early parts, if so much of this trailer had to be pretty positive and not a whole lot of shit happening. Mm-hmm. I think that's the majority of the movie, and then there's gonna be a couple really good shit that happens at the end.
I'll wait. See, this is actually one that I
5 minutes at the end.
Yeah, I will probably go on my way to see this one. Know if I'll rush for this year or not, but when I finally get through my ridiculous list of movies I need to see, it's on there. And
this one will get forgotten.
I'll can't wait to see how it turns out. I'm looking forward to it. But like I said. The other thing about that, though, is even though with Firestar she's more good, that's why it reminds more of a superhero origin story. This one also seems the same way, but I said the inverted version of that. Chronicle is kind of the same way, too, I guess, but then also Brightburn, where it's just like, what if Superman was evil? I feel like this is just, what if X-Men was evil? And it's like, there you go. Mm-hmm. That's the thing right there. So, But not gonna lie, worked on me and sold. So we're gonna go to the weekend of the 20th with what was it's not the last one. We're traveling back here in a second.
Yeah.
We're going with a movie called Men, where this woman who recently just lost her husband decided to take a me vacation, and turns out apparently every guy in this village is a creeper. For me personally, initially I'm just like, 'cause I'm not gonna lie, based on the trailer alone, no, this just didn't click any boxes for me at all. But the ace in the hole here is writer-director Alex Garland. Did Ex Machina, did Annihilation, and was the writer on 28 Days and 28 Weeks Later. This is a guy that he hasn't done anything bad yet, and so I will follow him till the end. This one I feel like is holding shit back. The fact that it's also an A24 horror film, huge plus for me. I want to get on around A24, but we'll save it to the end if we have to, because I don't want to run over time here. But anyways, I don't know. I feel like the trailer itself, and I know what they're going for, and I'm not going to bash it for this. I know since the Me Too movement, we've had a string of horror films that have really kind of used that as like, their launching pad. But horror has always been a reflection of society anyways, for the most part. So I feel like I'm okay with that. That doesn't bother me as much. I don't think they're going to go out just to make a man-hating movie. I feel like there's going to be a little bit more to it than just that. So with Alex Garland at the helm, and the actress is, I don't know if you recognize her or not, Jessie Buckley. She was the girl in I'm Thinking of Ending Things. And I think she's a phenomenal actress. Well, she was great in that. And this will be the test, like, can a really good director, because I think Uma Thurman sucks until she does a Quentin Tarantino movie. No, and then she's brilliant. So it'll be interesting to see, was Charlie Kaufman just getting gold out of her, or can she do more than just that?
So I did recognize it was her. I wouldn't say that that's not. Oh, yeah. But, I don't know. The trailer was not engaging at all. Because the trailer is edited to be, in my opinion, sort of that combating men type of thing.
Oh, no, it definitely comes off that way.
The trailer is that way, and I think that theme will be in the movie.
Oh, it is. That's what I said. It definitely will.
And I think there will be better things in the movie, but at the same time, Ex Machina, not that great.
Really? I love Ex Machina.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty great, even. But, I don't know. It hits me at a 8 or a 7.5. It reminds me a lot of Beyond the Dark Rainbow, except not as good.
See, I haven't seen it yet.
It reminds me a lot of that.
Okay.
And I could be wrong about that, but in the back of my head the whole time I watched it, I couldn't stop thinking about that movie. And just because I would harbor to guess that he's seen it.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know. This could be good. Men could be good. I just don't care.
Didn't really.
I might watch it for the actress because I think she's great.
No.
Well, I've only seen her in one thing.
I was like, that's the thing. I'm so pumped because of her.
And she's amazing in that. I'm Thinking of Ending Things. It's really good.
And so, as the one thing where I saw her, I was like, oh my God, it's perfect. But then it hit me. I was like, you haven't seen her do anything else. You're getting pumped about nothing right now. So it's like, well, who knows? This may be the one that, it may clinch it. We're like, hey, there it is.
I'm not even saying this movie won't be good. I'm saying it'll probably be good.
No, you're saying the same thing I'm saying. That the trailer just sucked, hardcore. And that's what I'm saying.
It'll probably be good, and then I'd probably still it'll be good.
Yeah.
That'll be it. There's nothing special. I don't think it's going to be crazy special or anything. It doesn't look special to me.
The thing is, and I'll agree to a certain extent, but also I don't have no expectations either. It's almost because I'll be honest with you.
Oh, they'll be low.
I need to watch Annihilation again because I did not like Annihilation the first time I watched it.
I liked it more the second time around.
Did you? Okay, so that's what I'm thinking. Everybody keeps saying you didn't like Annihilation, and I was like, well, I didn't.
No, I wish there was a more horror cut like Event Horizon.
But see, and that's the thing. I went into it with a different expectation altogether. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying I don't know. I can tell you what it was, but in my mind, it was going to go in a different direction. And then when it went this direction, I was like, oh. And I think honestly, I just hated it because of that. It wasn't what I wanted. And I just it was snake bit from the beginning for me, and I can't explain why. It just was. It's unfair. Mm-hmm. Visually, that thing was amazing. I thought the storyline was actually solid. And I don't know. I'm on a big cosmic horror kick right now, and I'm really digging And so I just feel like, I need to go back and rewatch it to give it a fair shake. Now, if I still think it sucks, and I feel like, I don't know, yes, this is definitely more, careful how I say it, I don't want to come off one way or another. Whereas we kind of agree that this is clearly going to take more of a man-hating, pro-woman thing. But see, Annihilation was very pro-woman.
Yeah, it's not like...
So it's like...
I don't think it's going to be
I have
bad
nothing against
about
that.
it. I don't think it's going to be heavy-handed or weird. I just think that...
But it's definitely there. It definitely is. And that's what I'm saying. A movie I watched not too long ago, a rape revenge movie called Revenge. And it was clearly... I mean, you can just tell Me Too happened, and then they wrote this movie. It was still good, and I still was all for it. But at the same time, it's like, you know. So, let's get into it. We're going to go back to this weekend, opening up Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, where Doctor Strange opens up a gateway portal to another dimension, unwillingly unlocks other dimensions, and there's a doppelganger Doctor Strange. You know, it's not like in all the Spider-Mans where there's a million great Spider-Mans who are all happy. He gets the one Doctor Strange that's not. He's the bad guy. So it's going to take him, the Asian guy from the Ring movies, that's also Marvel, and then Scarlet Witch, but she's not Scarlet Witch. She's Wanda, TV, whatever the fuck the Disney Plus.
She's the Scarlet Witch.
Oh, so it's the same.
Wanda Maximoff is Scarlet Witch.
No, I didn't. See, I'm you can already tell where I'm going to go with this. So, Josh, please.
Okay,
we got 4 minutes.
So
take it away.
The Asian character that you're referring to now, the Defender.
The rings, the gold rings or some shit. Shang-Chi, right?
No, Shang-Chi's not in it. No, Wong.
Wong. Okay.
It's Wong, but he's like Master Supreme or whatever.
Okay.
But, okay, so I'm excited for Multiverse of Madness because Sam Raimi's directing. And I've been hearing good things about it being more horrific and maybe a bit scary. People are saying that they wouldn't take their kids to it, actually.
Oh. That's actually a plus right there.
But it's only PG-13.
Yeah.
It's never stopped Sam Raimi from putting out good product. Hopefully this goes well, because I think I read something about him being positive about possibly doing another Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
I saw that, yeah.
If everything goes well. So let's be positive, people, so that maybe we can get Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 3. I mean Spider-Man 4. I'd like to see it. But hopefully Bruce Campbell's in this.
I hope so.
That's what I'm looking
for. That'd be the
I'm
one
looking
thing.
for that cameo. That's the only cameo I need to be like, check. This was a great movie. Awesome movie.
I want him to reprise one of the cameos from the Spider-Man trilogy, but the evil version.
I want him to be Mysterio.
Oh, look at that.
I want him to be an alternate universe Mysterio because that was sort of maybe the plan in the Spider-Verse.
Oh, was it really?
He was constantly showing up as a different,
person, yeah.
Different but same person. So it makes you think that
could have been.
Could have been an actor. A mystery.
As everybody knows, who's been listening to our podcast, I'm not a big superhero fan. Don't really care for the Marvel stuff. And like you, they're dangling Sam Raimi in front of me. Well, I didn't like the Spider-Man trilogy, so that does nothing for me. They're dangling the whole, it's going to be more of a horror vibe. It's like, no, they dangled that for me before. They dangled Morpheus and New Mutants. They're like, horror, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, the only thing were terrible.
I'm sure. I didn't watch them.
I liked them.
I will say this visually looks fun as hell. Like, it does look awesome. And I want to see the different dimension. I want to see him traveling through the multiverse. Like, I think that would be cool.
Did you watch the first Doctor Strange?
I didn't watch it.
You like it. It has some of that. It has that. That's what it does. The weird psychedelic traveling through dimensions. It has that.
So, I don't know. Like I said, this is on, and I'm not just trying to be, me and you, just like the one time. Like, we usually kind of disagree on a few things.
We were across the board, everything.
And so I don't want to come off like that, but this is this is my least favorite. In fact, I'd almost say, if you swap Twin and Firestarter around, that's the order I want to see.
That's why you put it last. I put this is the banger. This is what people want to hear about.
This is what it's all about right here.
Doctor Strange.
And
He's like, let's burn out the time so we can't talk about it.
So, like I said, I'm all for Sam Raimi's success, even though, personally, I could only name 3 movies that I'm interested in that he did, and it's the Evil Dead trilogy. And honestly, I'm not huge on...
we could maybe get more Evil Dead.
Let's hope. I don't know. No more Evil Dead. Army of Goddamn Darkness. That's what I want. I want more of that.
Course.
That's what we want. But no, I don't know. I'm just not.
Just skip every Army of Darkness 3. Fuck it.
Is the Asian guy who plays Wong? Is that the same guy from Train to Busan?
I don't know.
Is he a little heavier?
I think you're being racist. I don't
know. Could very well be. Is he a little heavier set?
Do they all look the same?
Skinny and fat. That's the two sizes they come in, or two things that come in. And on that racist note, we'll go ahead and stop it right there. Guys, this has been a half-hour bullshit. I've been Daniel.
I'm Josh.
And we'll catch you next time.